All right, hello, you time bomb ticking troglodytes. I'm back. I actually didn't even have something clever prepared for this intro. Oh, yes, I'm alive. I'm just checking. I just checked my watch, which made me think of the word tick and then time bomb and then troglodyte. Anyways, also I noted that 2 videos prior, or 3 videos prior at this point, I guess, something like that. My hair was in the way of the camera when I was doing the portrait shit, so that sucks, but what can I do? I'm gonna try to make sure not to be in the thing. I think this is a really good angle, but at the same time, if I'm in the way, then I guess I'll just have to do my best to not be in the way. Kind of fucking evidently. It's very late. It is 11:30. I won't be done till almost 1. And today we're going to be doing hands, more specifically the Artwad hand mitten. I'm going to be using the portrait sketchbook as it's going to be essentially the portrait slash, let's just say, hands and feet sketchbook, right? And then the figure one will be particularly, I guess, for combining all of those and focusing on the dynamicness of the figure. I have to lean back a bit more now that I'm a bit more out of the way of the camera, but this is good actually. This is I think this way there's no way I'm gonna get in the way. But all right, let's get to it. I'm gonna do hands. Let's fucking do it, mate. Fucking this goddamn mic keeps rubbing up against my chin. My chinly chin. All right, let's just do the teaching that Antonio just said. I just watched the video, so let's do that. Okay, so he says the palm can be represented, and this is just a 2-dimensional view, by a tapering box. The thumb can be represented by a sphere, so this is going to be a cutout. This is going to be a form intersection, and a cylinder, like that, something like that. Oh wait, and this is also curved. It's not flat. Yeah. So this is like this. Yeah, it's like that. And then same thing. The hands. It's going to be roughly the same distance. Can be, and we know our hands. I mean, my fucked up pinky aside, we know the hands kind of have this rhythm, right? Where they, if it's the left hand, it's, I guess, at the highest point towards where the middle finger is, and same with the right hand, but it's obviously opposite. So I guess we'll just do left hand. And it's roughly, he said, for the purposes of just simplifying it for the time being, the ratios are that this is the same height as this. So it's like that. That's way more centered. So obviously I'll fix that, right? But this is 1/2. So let's start practicing. I want to probably do this for a few days to really get comfortable. Maybe I can try doing different positions. Fuck me, man. I'm. It's not even about stuttering. It's that I speak fast, I murmur, I slur my words, and I'm autistic. It's the whole quad, the holy quad, the holy quadfecta. Whatever the fuck. Let's just move on. Oh god, I made a fucking jism. All right. So let's start. Again, obviously they always make it look easy as shit, but let's just start with the palm. Right. So this is the angle that he did. So let's just do that. It's like that. Then it tapers inwards. But I guess if we're going to do the right hand, right, then let's do this. We'll do this. We'll do this. Well, actually, shouldn't have even seen the end over there. We'll do that. Oh, that's a bit. There you go. Well, and then this kind of comes across like that. And that's the thumb, right? And then this just, I think that's okay. Same thing here. This is gonna be really good for my line work because I'm really gonna practice it. And this is the right hand, yeah, so it'll be tapering more to this side. Cool. So if this is where the box lies, this is where the box lies, it'll be something like this. And specifically this thing is like, it's tapering, so it's like that, right? Like that. There you go. I think that's okay. It's obviously something I need to keep in mind as well, is the form intersection. That looks fucking stupid, actually. I think I made the thumb way too small. God damn it, bro. Why do they always make it look so much better? Yeah, that thumb is way too tiny, bro. It's like this. It's like a fucking dinky little... Okay, let's note that down. And let's draw a bit smaller, just so, until, you know, I have the proportions down. I think I made this way too big. Let's just say this is... Yeah, it comes up to roughly here. So it should have been more like this, I guess. Like that. And then this would have been here, coming down here. Like that. So it would have been more like this. Yeah, that would have been better. Yeah, let's just say if the thumb joint is much bigger. I mean, if we look at our own hand, right? Even if the joint doesn't have to be that big, I guess just for the purpose of making it visibly seem like something that's large, right? The thumb in of itself, at least my thumb, is actually I have a relatively long thumb compared to the rest of my fingers. Like my thumb and my pinky are almost the same size. This is obviously also a variable, but again, I guess we're going by ideals. But let's just say this is too small. Oh no. Shocked face. There you go. He has a cleft lip. Okay. Let's do it again. I'm still trying to figure out, I think I said this earlier, but I'm still trying to figure out if this is the best view. I understand from the viewer's point of view, because I was obviously watching the video that I took. I know that this probably feels like it's a bit small, and there's a lot of empty space here. Technically, this is a nice spot just for my fucking thumbnail bullshit, where I'll have some retarded clickbait text, right? That'll make you click on it, and then you realize that, wow, it actually did happen, what he put in the title and thumbnail. I'm subscribing. But I wish there was a way to zoom in even more and like really just only have it be this, but it seems like it's difficult without my head being in an awkward angle, or it being really or the ring light or in the camera setup being really close to my forehead. So I'll keep figuring it out. I think tomorrow maybe, or on Saturday, because it's Thursday right now. Thursday, fucking I don't know, December 12th, yeah, or it's 12th still. So it might, that just might be something I have to figure out. But let's do it again. So right, it's like a taper, comes down like this. Why don't we do the left hand this time? So we can do something like that. And it's like this, then yeah, we gotta think about this shit, right? There you go. Whatever, that's kind of like unnecessary, but hey, let's just, I might as well just draw the top part. If it's the left hand, it's tapering more. Wait, what the fuck? What did I do? Is this correct? If it's, no, this technically I made the left hand as well, unless I did it like this, right? Then okay, we could just say this is the right hand but facing downwards, or this is the left hand facing upwards. I guess it doesn't really matter. Let's just say this is actually the left hand, so the rhythm is more towards the left side. So if it's like this big, then right there you go. You know what I realized? Like I'm not too good at explaining how I understand perspective at this point. I don't want to be one of those people who can't explain it. So I'm literally just envisioning the box, right, the square plane, and then in this case I'm extending it. This is extending over it, and this is sort of the fuck is the opposite of extending? Reverting beneath it? I don't fucking know, but I hope that makes sense. Like this is the plane, this is going above, this hasn't hit the plane, and this is going above that. Some shit like that, bro. I don't fucking know. Don't talk to me. I mean, don't talk to me. I have to be clear with my voice. Catch myself murmuring. How about that? Okay, well this side is normal, so we can just taper this, right? That's roughly the same. Okay, and then we got we basically have a sphere right here that cuts. So what the fuck? How do you do this? Oh, it's literally cutting through. So yeah, it's like it's like that. Well, fuck me. Okay, I should have actually drawn this. this is coming in like that. Right. Like that. And I guess I'm like that. Okay. And something like this. Oh, well, that perspective over here I fucked up. This isn't right. This needs to be, there you go. Obviously, this is kind of fucking with it, the fact that there's the underdrawing there, but I think that's kind of like, right? That's actually pretty okay, I think, in terms of proportions. I guess my hand do follow those ideal ratios relatively well, so in this case, it's sort of fortunate that I'm able to use my own hand as a reference. Funny enough, same thing actually, yeah. Like I actually have pretty similar reference to this, right? Not bad. Okay, cool. I mean, I'm assuming most people, this is why it's a general, because most people's hands will likely fall into the general idea. Hand motion, hand motion. I'm a fucking enthusiastic spazzy YouTuber. Hey guys, welcome back. Oh fuck, man, my neck is so itchy. I have this weird rash that won't go away. And I keep scratching it, which definitely isn't helping. But it feels so good. Okay, I'm gonna fucking stop. The random pause as I always do to make sure it's still recording. Actually, why don't we just draw the thumb? Why don't we literally just draw that right here to make sure I understand what's happening? It's like this. Obviously, I'm gonna make it a bit larger. Like that. Like that, and then it's just a fucking sphere, right? A very imperfect sphere. Ah, that's incorrect. Yeah, because it should be following the same perspective. I think that's one thing. It should be like this. So that is completely off, actually. This is off center. It has to be centered around it, so it should be something like this. Yeah, like that. Yeah, see? Maybe to match that, this should be a bit higher up. But yeah, it should be. This should be how it is, because it's essentially we want. There you go. But we want the sphere to be matching that perspective as well. You see? Record that. That might not make sense to anybody but me, but at least that's how I understand it. So if we do another angle for the sphere, let's just do this. The cylinder, like the thumb, let's just say. That, right? So it should probably be like that. I think. Or actually maybe this should have been a bit lower. Something like that. Well, the fact that like when it's not a perfect sphere, it also fucks with the perspective a bit. What if it's like this? Opposite way. Let's just make it this big, I guess. I'm really bad at spacing my drawings out, as you can tell. It's a fucking mess. I will get better. Maybe the composition is one thing to focus on. Just like this. Right? No. That is not correct. It should be like this. No, that's not fucking correct either. I don't know. God damn it, I'll try again. I hope I'm not in the camera frame. That's actually a worry of mine now that I've seen the video. But it doesn't seem like it is. This is where it to be like here, right? And I'm not there, I don't think. Like right fucking that's where you start seeing shit. Okay, so I just have to make sure to stay out of that. Yeah. Okay, hopefully none of you just saw my extremely messy hair right now. I will figure out a better setup, but for the time being, I just need a way that there's no way my fucking face, my hair, anything gets in the way and it's clean. But, okay. For the time being, let's draw another hand. And what's a difficult angle? Well, let me just use my hand. What about this? That, right? Yeah, fuck it. Let's just do that. So we could do something like And let's just get the other side done. And this is simple, right? Because it's just ta-da. And let's just make like the perspective kind of like that. So there you go. My lines will get better. Mark my words. When? I don't know. I just have to blindly believe that they will get better. But okay, and then this it's like that. There you go. This is too organic. There should have been a harder edge here. But let's see. And then like this, right? So we can just, it's intersecting out of this. So is that correct? Yeah, that is correct. So this would be like, I think that's wrong. So that. There you go. Cool. No, that's completely wrong. What the fuck? It's like this. It should be like that, sticking outward. Okay, let's see where I messed up there. This is hard, man. This shit is so hard. Every single new skill you learn should be more like this. Fuck that line up. But yeah, it should be like that. Yeah, there you go. That's much more accurate. Because it's like this. It's cutting through. This is the example he gave. This is probably the most accurate one I've done so far. I'm trying to think. Okay, let's try again. Let's try again in an almost similar angle, but still different enough, right? So let's do this. Let's do this. And then we'll do this. I don't think I've done this angle yet, right? Which hand should this be? Let's make it the left one. Let's make it like this. Yeah, because I am going in that angle, so let's make it like that. So, and then this comes down like this. That, it's going over. Thinking about the perspective. Yeah, it's the right hand. Okay, so I can taper that in. Like so. This is how big it is. Let's go down a bit more. Okay, so again, it's a joint, it's a sphere. So it should be like that, right? And if it's sticking outward, it should be on the opposite side and coming outward like that. So actually, yeah, because if it's like this, then the hand is going to be that way. So if there's like a cylinder here, there you go. I think that's better, right? Maybe it doesn't look as good because it fucked up the form intersection, but I think that's okay. Like, fuck, I don't know if the angle is making sense. Is the camera okay? Okay, yeah, it's okay. Fuck, man. I think this is okay. Maybe it could have been a bit more centered. Cause like it's like that. Maybe it could have been like this actually. Like that. Yeah. We'll see. This is really fun. This is just difficult enough to obviously be a challenge. This is nowhere near as difficult as the fucking Loomis head was. But this is just the beginning. This is what I love, is the fact that this is the simplest it will ever be. And then, you know, obviously the end goal is to be able to do this shit. And to know obviously all the simple shapes and in the future the anatomy. That's not honestly, I honestly think Antonio's a genius, or he's not, if not a genius, he's definitely much smarter than I am, because, and I know he's had many more years of experience, but I remember listening to a podcast with him and someone else, I forget their name, but it was a podcast. If you just type in Antonio Stepert, right, on Spotify, there's one individual who has 2 interviews with him, and for one of those interviews, it's a podcast, and he talks about how he became a concept artist in 2 years, and he very specifically says he was not very good, but he did become a concept artist. And I'd like to think that when he says not very good, he probably thinks still much better than I am. You know what I mean? Like in terms of what I can do. So that's my belief, and it's crazy to me how he learned all of this in 2 years. But I do think he was drawing for 3 to 4 hours a day versus my 1 hour a day, and he was probably drawing every day, right? Same with Mianda draws. It's hard not to feel insecure, especially when I see someone who's doing the same program that I'm doing and went down a very similar path, but they make so much more progress. It is hard not to get a bit discouraged, but at the same time, my mentality is, okay, Mianda, I don't know his actual name, but okay, like he wants to be a concept artist. He probably draws for hours a day, right? Much longer than I do. He probably draws more often than I do. I do 5 to 6 days a week. He probably does 7 days a week. I don't think he's missed a day, because in his YouTube channel, he posts like day 838, day 839, things like that. And then I do think he draws a lot more for sure, because when you see what his day is, it's essentially like 4 to 5 pages of these. And we all know, for me, it takes an hour to do this. And for him, each of those pages are much more detailed studies or sketches, right? So his skill level is obviously higher, but I would assume that the effort that he's expending is still relatively similar. So it's like, that's what I tell, at least that's what I cope with, is the fact that they're smarter than me, they're trying harder than me, they spend more time than me, right? But yeah, like when I think of something like the hand and how he breaks it down, and then Antonio in his videos like, but it's gonna get much more complex, don't worry about that. I'm like, damn dude, you learned all of this in 2 years? Like he learned everything in 2 years, seemingly. But maybe that's just a story that I'm fabricating as I speak, because I don't know the truth of it all, right? But let's do another angle. Actually, this angle is pretty difficult, so why don't we can do that as well? So it's like this, and then we can do the right hand this time, right? It's the opposite of this. Or actually, why don't we do the left hand, so I can really get that angle down. I guess from this, kind of similar. Could have been more to the right. Yeah, let's keep doing the right hand. This is really fun to draw, though. I'm not gonna lie. Just the handmans in of themselves are very fun to draw. Okay, what else is there? Fucking mic, stop rubbing against my chin. Just don't be like that. Okay, and then this is the perspective. I'm gonna keep reminding myself of the perspective. That's something I need to do. This is the perspective. And I can do it like this. Taper it a little bit. Right? Yeah. This perspective, it's tapering. So it's like right on there. And again, if we have a sphere here, it'd be like this. Oh, wait, but that's fucking, that's my fuck up. So it's more like this. Right? It's more like that. And then, what is it like? It's like that, so. Fuck. That doesn't make any fucking sense. Oh my god, and it's cutting through too, bruh. I fucked up big time here. What the hell? I completely forgot about the fact that it's intersecting throughout the entire thing. What did I mess up here? I made this. Oh, I made this way too short. Like this is how long this is, and look how long this should have been all the way. I knew something was off. I was like, why the fuck? This should have been like here. Yeah, because then it would have made sense. Then this would have been down there. This would have come out. Yeah. Yeah, that fucking Jesus Christ, bro. Yeah, there you go. That makes a lot more sense. You do this in terms of the proportions. Well, maybe I made that a bit too long at the end, but yeah. Okay, let's do that angle again. Let's do that angle again. Yes. It's weird. Sometimes the audio is really good when I listen to the videos, and sometimes I feel as if it's more crackly. So I have no idea. Like, I genuinely have no idea. What the fuck, bruh? Should I just... Because I would like to get a Blue Yeti mic, but with this desk, there isn't really anywhere I can place it. I don't know how much it extends as well. And that might just... That just sounds like a bitch to merge the audio and all that shit. Probably have to do it at one point when I upgrade my setup years down the line, but for the time being... Okay. Alright, that's just... There you go. That's more of a... Yeah, that's more of a fucking right hand taper. Still more in the middle, but whatever. Okay. Okay, so this is essentially up here. So this is down here. Yeah, this is much longer. So we got this. Then we just gotta taper it down. We gotta do something like that. No, this tapers. Okay, yeah, that's the thing. It's so low. Yeah, what the fuck am I doing? Why am I putting it so high up? That's okay, that's okay, that's okay as well. I don't know why the hell I put that one so high up. You see, even that seems like way too fucking high to me. Yeah, it should be like down here. I'm just gonna ignore this extra line. It's going through, right? So it should be like this. That. So, okay. Then. It's coming through on the other side as well. What's happening here? That, the fuck? What the fuck? That doesn't seem right to me. At least the hand looks a bit better. Still looks fucking stupid, but... Well, I'm excited to spend the next few days on this. This is gonna be good. Oh man, I fucking love art. This truly is the whole problem-solving thing that they say, to be honest. Right? Like, it's just problem-solving, main. Okay, which hand should we do now? Well, I've been doing the right hand a lot, so why don't we do the left hand facing upwards? So it's like this, right? So that's orienting to the right. So if we have a box like this, so it'd be like, there you go, tapering that way, like that. And then, of course, we have the palm, which for all intents and purposes is the same width, or the same height as the hand, for now. As your boy Art Wadman says, for now. Okay, so it's on the right side. You know what, fuck it, let me try visualizing this. So this goes here, and visualizing is the most important thing, so that's the taper. Yeah, that's another thing I realized. Like Kim Jong-il says he visualizes one way. It's important that I note that I visualize another way, right? I can't be them. I just can't. It's impossible. I just have to be my version of that, which is probably much more mediocre, but you know, I think the perspective's a bit off here, but we'll see. Okay, so it's literally like that. That's what the thumb is. It's facing outwards. So okay, so this is the form intersection. If I have a sphere like this, and then what is it? This is the angle. It's like that, right? So that. This is the angle, I think. What the fuck? Why does this look so off? Is it jutting out too much? I'm gonna rewatch that video again. I think obviously like this is all okay. I just need to really understand because he said it's right in the middle. I felt as if this was the best representation. It's at an angle, so if we do this, oh, and this is the angle. Yeah, this is the angle I have to think about. Right? It's basically like this, like a flow, like this, right? So it should be flowing with that. So this technically, I think, should be more like this. Very slight change, but like that. Yeah, that already is much better. Now the next thing is obviously orienting it correctly on the sphere itself, which is obviously important. Let's actually draw just the palm with the form intersection. So let's say this is the palm. This box, it's tapering down this way, right? If we in this sphere, okay, the thing to keep in mind, I believe, is the fact that the sphere is cutting through, right? So we have to think about a sphere that's cutting through evenly. That means it would be something like this. Right? And if that was the right hand, well, this is technically supposed to be like that. Then it'd be something like this. That makes a lot more sense. And then obviously we have this right here. That's the right hand. So it is tapering more to the right. There you go. I think that actually, under drawings and line errors aside, but we also have to think, what does it look like from the side? Right, so what if I had something like this? And it's tapering like so. Now it's cutting through again. It's cutting through again. So wouldn't that be like that? But this is the thing I have to think about is, what the fuck is happening? This is an addition. So it's essentially, it's cutting through like this. Actually, isn't it cutting through like this? So it's gonna be like that. Okay, I know this hand. It's a perfect fucking ellipse either way. Is it not? This just has to be oriented in a way which is pleasing. So this just has to be like that. Right? But what about this? Just cutting through like that? That doesn't make any sense. That's way too big. Okay, let's try that again. What is happening here? It's like that. It's tapering. Right. Well, first we gotta figure out how big is this. This is pretty fucking small, to be honest. It's not this small, but it's pretty small. So it's cutting through. There you go. I'm just trying to think. Is it a form intersection? It is. It is an addition, but it's also a subtraction. No, it's a subtraction. So if it's a subtraction, yeah, this would essentially be like that. And then again, you would have the hand go like this, no? But then what's happening here? This is going around. So I gotta keep making sure that it's like that. Right? Something like that? The fucking, it's way too big. I'm pretty aware that this is way too big. But I'm just trying to figure out the fucking Jesus. Okay, I still have 20 minutes, right? Yeah, I still have 20-ish minutes. God, man, I've been working so much as of late. I've been dealing with so much. I mean, I'm not complaining. It's work is work. I'm making money, whatever. And I get paid hourly, which is nice. So the more hours I put in, but I just remember last year this time during Christmas, there was nothing to do. So I was kind of fucking starving to find work. And now it's all the fucking deadlines. We apparently have to get done everything all at once. So fucking stupid. Especially since nothing's going to be done until next year anyways. Nobody's trying to fucking work right now. And I'm not saying this for me. I'm saying this from what I can tell with the clients and shit. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Okay, let's do another angle. And let's just get into practice of doing the entire fucking thing. Let's do the left hand now, yeah. So like that. It's like this. This is the palm. Following the same curvature. Right? Okay. And I need to taper it. So if this is the thing, if this is the box that I've decided to put it in, I need to taper it like so. And then there you go. Just around here. There you go. Okay, and this, it's like here. It's small. So let's keep in mind, it's very small. The sphere isn't that big either. So, and it's going around both sides, right? If it's this thin, then what do we see? Well, we see the sphere, that's for sure. So on that note, I should just draw the fucking hand first. So it should be like this. I know it's a really bad sphere. Don't worry, I'm well aware. I'm just trying to figure out how this plays into, and the angles off there too. I'm well aware of all the mistakes I make. The unfortunate part is I make those mistakes, but I guess that's the best part too, because that's how you learn. No, that's not how it works. It's cutting across, so it needs to be more like this, right? Like that. Okay. But if that's the case, that doesn't look like that either. Let's see. It's all about the perspective. So this should be more like that. I should be seeing more of this. Okay, let's try that again. This is actually a pretty difficult perspective challenge, to be honest. Okay, let's just like do a very small thing. Okay, so if we have this, we have a sphere that's cutting through. Let's just say it's a box, right? And we have a sphere that's cutting through. What do we see? The sphere is cutting through. So it's like this, it's like that, right? We got a little bit of that. Let's just say this is the box. I'm just trying to visualize for the palm's sake, right? But you also have to remember that this is angled out that way. So if it's angled out that way, is it not like this? Like that, and then that doesn't seem right to me. The fuck? That doesn't seem right to me at all. It's cutting through. So this should obviously all... But then why is that form intersection happening? Well, yeah, that makes sense. It's cutting through there. But if it's cutting through here, it should just be like this. That's gonna... Okay, I'm gonna keep practicing that. Let's just literally... I think this is the biggest problem that I'm having right now, right? Just understanding how the sphere is consistently intersecting. Well, it is a subtraction. That much we can understand, because Antonio specifically said it's cutting into it. So let's do another box, right? And this box is the palm, of course. That is why I'm going to keep the ratios relatively similar. You know, like it's still something like this. But if it's cutting into it, so wouldn't it be something like this? Something like... And then you just have a fucking cylinder like this. Wouldn't that be how it is? I mean, this is such a poor example, but is that not how it is though? No, because this is an addition, is it not? It's cutting around it, is what, like it's doing. Oh no, it is cutting through it. But this isn't. Oh fucking hell! Okay, so if we have a sphere that's like this, right? And the box has to cut around it, but it's still occurring. Wouldn't it be like this? Some shit like that. That's fucking completely incorrect. Jesus Christ. Okay, ignore that. Ignore that. I'm just gonna put a sad face, a horizontal sad face. Let's take a break. Let's take a break. This is the trials and tribulations, and this is the fun part, to be honest. I had the exact same struggle when it came to the Loomis head and the jaw, right? But then, lo and behold, 3 days later, I have a much stronger understanding because I went through the process of breaking it down. So I think I need to be confident in the fact that as long as I keep reviewing the material and doing my best to replicate or understand it, it should be fine. And this one does not have as much of a grind, I believe. I think the biggest thing is just making sure the angle with... Again, Antonio makes it look so easy. He's like, it is just cut out here, and that's not what he sounds like, but that's my impression. He's like, it is just cut out here, and then you put a shill in there, and dash it, then you got yourself the thumb. But I'm like, and he's like, simple, right? It's so much easier to think of it that way. And I'm like, you're correct. But I'm so stupid. I'm such a fucking dumbass. God damn it. But I'm gonna, like, I mean, yeah, that's the thing, right? This is the hardest part. I think I've got the tapering down. This is all pretty simple manipulations. The fact that this is an addition of a cylinder in a particular, I mean, I think what I need to do is just think of it as like a straight. It's technically just this. It's just straight. No matter what it is, it's just straight, right? It's just straight, and it's just an ellipse, a cylinder, So I just have to think about where would the cylinder be in regards to that. Would it be like this? Right? No, because that's a bit off perspective. Why is it off perspective? Well, this is the contour, and you can see it's not perfect. I don't fucking know. It needs to be in the middle, is what I'm understanding. No matter what perspective we're looking at, I think the cylinder needs to be in the middle. That's obviously incorrect. Okay, let's try again with the box. It's cutting through, right? It's cutting through. That's the contour. I think it is this. Yeah, it is this. It just, I haven't put it in the right place yet because it needs to cut through evenly. So this would probably be something more like this. Right? Yeah, that would probably be more accurate. Okay, let's keep practicing putting a sphere in a box in any perspective. That is essentially what this is, right? It's a sphere intersected into a box, essentially perfectly cut through. So let's try from this angle, right? It is perfectly cut through. That means no matter where we look at it, it's still a sphere, right? So be like this, and then it would be like that, right? And then you have a hand. If this is angled like that, it's coming in. It should be like that. Holy shit! I think I done diddly. I'm getting closer. I don't want to say I done diddly did it because this could be wrong. But that's what it is, isn't it? So that. Let's try again. Let's do a box oriented like this now. Okay, let's do it this way. So again, it is cutting through. It's cutting through this way. So if that's the case, why don't we just... This is so big! Oh god, my fucking lines and everything. That makes no fucking sense. Ignore that. Ignore that. That is stupid. That doesn't make any sense. Let me try again here. Just this random spot right here. It is cutting through. Right, that means you have an intersection here and an intersection here. That means you have something like this. Then it has to be like this. Then doesn't it have to be like that as well? Yeah, there you go. Okay, I think that's a bit better. It has to be in the middle. It's what I'm trying to aim for is something that's cutting through perfectly evenly. Like that. This is pretty even, right? This. So it's in the middle. Yeah. Okay, so that's what this is. So technically this should be wrapping around it slightly, like so. Right? These should all be wrapping around it slightly. Where's the other example that I had? Well, that was the only example I think that went well. What the fuck? Why the fuck do I get it the first time roughly and then I struggle so much? But dude, how's it already been 50 minutes? What the actual fuck? Okay, let's keep trying. Um, okay, let's just try a hand now. Let's try a hand like, what's an angle I haven't done? Let's try an upside down one, I guess, right? Like this. And now it's gonna be harder to draw too. Fuck. And this is gonna be much bigger too. But okay, which hand should we do? Right hand, left hand? What the fuck can actually fit the thumb? The the Like we can do the left hand facing down. So yeah. Okay. It's like right there. Okay, so it's cutting through. So and then there you go. That's a bit fucking off. It's way too low. Yeah. And that's way too. What the fuck? I made this thumb so tiny. Tiny? Tiny. I know I'm brown, but Jesus Christ, I'm not that much of a fob. Pain. Not that I have anything against fobs. I just don't think they should be alive. But that's just. The fuck? What is that saying again? I don't fucking know. I'm too busy thinking. I can only do one thing at a time. Okay, well, let me note this down as well. Sphere definitely looks better, but it still needs to be within, right? If I turn this upside down, we'll see that looks fucking retarded because ain't nobody's thumb down here. Nobody's thumb is down here. It's like this. This is the joint, so there needs to be a little bit of this. But yeah, keep practicing. And it's tiny too. That's also really, really small. So let's see, like this should have been more like, it should have been bigger, like this. You see? Then it would have followed that curve. Yeah, I've been making that cylinder way too small. And this should have been like that. Yeah, this should have been roughly that big. Let's see how that looks. Right side this way. Right? That looks better. If it's like, okay, fuck it, I'm not gonna. Enough with the flipping. Just deal with trying to understand the perspective. Right? Like that. Should be like this. There you go. See? That makes more sense. But yeah, misaligned. There you go. It is getting better. And honestly, the handmans in general are just very aesthetic to look at. Unlike the Loomis head shit I've been drawing. Loomis isn't shit. I am shit for not being able to replicate Loomis. That's a little bit of my Asian accent coming in true. But Loomis accurately. But to be honest, this is really fun. I can see how you can make this shit so dynamic too. That will come with time. Right now, I need to really, as with Loomis, the heads and the figure mannequins and everything, I would rather make it stiff and boring but very structurally sound before moving on to adding gesture, right? I know a lot of people may not work that way, but I'm very by the books, which is why I get stifled when I need to be quote unquote creative or let myself loose, because it's hard for me to let myself loose, right? That's why in about probably 3 weeks I'll be doing the sketchbooking course, which I'll spend like a week on. I've realized that I'm just fucking loving this loop. There'll be like 2 months of just really different, unique practices, and I'll always be coming back to it. Hopefully in around 5 years time, I'll have a decent visual library from all the sketchbooking, because during my sketchbooking, it'll probably be like that week that I do draw, I'll probably be drawing one item or one range of items. So let's say, like I say, gun, because I want to practice hard surface, and it's a good way to practice perspective, right? I'll probably break down the shapes of a lot of different guns, types of guns, weaponry, that type of stuff, and then maybe I'll hopefully also make stuff from imagination as well. But I also obviously, like, that sketchbooking course in general has its own template to follow from ArtWatt, so I'll probably be doing that as well. Okay. What's another angle? What are some angles I haven't done? I've been doing this one a lot. What's a fucking difficult angle? We can do from the bottom, actually, right? I haven't done from the bottom. So let's do... God, my fucking lines are so shit when... I guess I'm doing... Well, either the right hand or the... It doesn't really matter. Right or left hand. Left hand facing down, right hand facing up. Whatever the fuck. Right? And then we can do this. We can do this. And this will be like that. And this should be like right there. Okay, so... There you go. Like that. That's a bit too thick of a line, but there you go. That's actually not that bad. I think that's more in line with what I've been trying to do. Well, I don't know what the fuck I did with this perspective, but whatever. I think that's more in line with what I'm trying to do, right? That, I just shifted it slightly to get a better idea. Okay, but that's the thing, right? It needs to have that same effect on the other side. Or maybe technically it should also be pointing a bit out, because maybe I shouldn't be so particular about making it exactly even, but I'll try my best to make it as even as possible in terms of the sphere's placement. But I think this is okay. But I do feel as if this probably shouldn't be, that doesn't look like it's in the middle. That's something I need to intuitize. It's probably like close to this instead. Right? But then that looks like it's coming down. Oh, I think it literally, the angle is fine. It just needs to be a bit shifted. Oh, let's do it again. It's so hard to tell, I know. At least, especially for me, it's probably the same with the audience, that the angle can be a bit fucky, right? Because I'm trying to find the middle of this. It should like always be in the middle. Well, actually, what am I... Oh, I'm an idiot. Holy shit, I'm an idiot. It's just the fucking minor axis. Oh my god, bro. It's literally just this. It's just the fucking minor axis. It should have just been this. Or like this, right? It's just like that. Same with this. It should have just been like that. Oh my god, is that... That's fucking literally what it is. Oh my god. Like, I know this is the thing, but it's just this. It's just that. I don't even know if this makes sense to whoever is fucking watching, but this makes a lot of sense to me. This is why this one seems more accurate, you know? Even if this isn't accurate, the placement of the sphere. Because it's just the fucking minor axis. Oh my god, it's just this. Bruh. Bruh. So like this is just... Yeah, it's just that. Same thing. Yeah, see, that's why that one was accurate. Okay, so I don't think I probably explained it well with these lines, but from the way I understand, it should just be like following the contour and then like that. You know what I mean? So that way it's right in the center, basically. You see? Yeah. I think that makes sense. Actually, that should probably be a bit more like this. Yeah. I think that makes sense. The fucking revelation I just had may be completely inaccurate, but oh shit, it's been an hour. Man, I don't want to leave this blank. But actually, I think this has, the hands are so nice in terms of just the shapes that Antonio uses, like the mitten shape, that this, no matter how fucky I made it, or I've been doing it, the composition is so nice. It's like, woo! Oh, let me just draw two more, right? Let me do one here. Okay, let's do one facing, what's an angle I haven't done? Okay, let's do one facing this way. Let's do it like, I guess we'll do the left hand now. Yeah, we'll do the left hand, yeah. There you go. Lines are difficult. Fuck. There you go. Let me move this up. Yeah, that's okay in the camera. So let's do this. Let's do this. That's what's going. That, right? And then something like that, maybe? Fuck, I fucked that up so badly. The lines, man, the lines. What do they mean? What do the lines mean? Yeah, that's like, oh no, this should have been more like this. Yeah, because I have to think about this right here. It should have been like that. It's okay, that was alright. I mean, in terms of getting my understanding down, that's the thing with art. You have to keep thinking. Hopefully I wasn't murmuring. Hopefully I wasn't murmuring too much and enunciating my words in this video of sorts. And why don't we do that exact same angle again? Because repetition is key, is it not? So like that. Let's try to actually avoid the same mistake that I made. Fucking lines, bro. They're so thick. Just like me. I have quite the booty, let it be known, from all the squats. Okay. Like shitty lines aside. There you go. Okay, fuck it. If it's going through that way, I need to make sure. There you go. A little bit better. Still not like this, what it needs to be. Just like that. Yeah. But a little bit better. It's okay. Alright, I guess I'll just call it, or call that it, whatever the fuck, for now. I hope this was informative, at least in terms of, again, I guess my target audience is beginners who have slightly worse spatial reasoning abilities than me, right? Or maybe someone years from now who is very entertained from watching the beginnings of the Grandmaster known as Vicky, the one who changed the world with his incredible Animorphs adaptation. I also realized that I thought when I first talked about Animorphs, or when I actually specifically was like, yes, I'm name dropping it in that video, I thought that clearly I had thought that was the first time, but now that I went back and edited my videos, I think the second or third, I was already like, oh yes, yes, I'm doing this. I never thought I'd say it. Blah blah blah. So clearly, I don't remember shit, and even if it's fucking just a couple of days apart. But yeah, I mean, I guess whoever is watching, either they're going to enjoy watching me become great, or they have already witnessed my greatness and are simply interested in how such skill came to be on display. And to you, viewer from the future, I say skibbity bibbity doobity doobity. That means hello, I love you so much. We are best of friends in Taiwanese. That also means I don't know, ching chong wing wong. Right there, that should be inflammatory enough to have a bunch of down votes and reports. But it's okay. I'm a minority. I'm allowed to say that. We can be racist towards anyone. That's the pass that I get, right? Because of this excess melanin, I can say whatever I want, and none of you can stop me for fear of being canceled. It's a superpower. It's an incredible superpower, actually. I'm going to specifically get sunburned tomorrow. I'm going to go to a tanning bed, or maybe I'll just inject cancer into my veins. But either way, just you wait. By the end of this week, I'll be crisp black, burnt to the core, and then I'll just drop the N-bomb everywhere and it'll be great. But on that positive, racially aware, and inclusive note, keep drawing and please give me the money.